Kelly here, Kelly Soroka Life, and today I'm talking to you about elderberries. And this is one of the four things that I've been working with in December. So every month this year, I've been working with four magical items. One is a crystal, and this month I'm working with Bumblebee Jasper, which I've already done the video for that one. So I'll put the link to that one probably in the description box and maybe at the end too, so that you can find that one because it's a wonderful crystal to work with. And I think that you, if you're looking for something that you can kind of boost your energy this holiday season or this winter season, then it's a good one for you to work with. So that is the crystal I've been working with. I'm also working with the herb of elderberry. So I'm going to talk about that today. I'm working with the Steampunk Tarot and the book Tarot Priestess, and I'm still working with those. So I'll have a video about those two separate videos for those towards the end of the month as I finish working and reading with them. So today is elderberry, and I thought that elderberry would be a good one for this time of year since it is where I am December and it's cold and especially cold today. And it is a time when lots of people get sick, and it's a time that we need some support in lots of different ways. But elderberry or the elder, it's actually a bush, it's not a tree. So it's a bush that grows these beautiful bluish black berries. And the berries have been harvested and used for centuries. And the elder bush, actually the wood, the plant itself has been revered as a plant spirit for just as long, into ancient times. And there are civilizations that have found the elder to be a mother spirit, a very caring spirit that is closely connected to the Caliac, the crone of winter in Ireland and Celtic civilizations. And so it's always been this very revered plant and this revered spirit in nature. And of course, as we've kind of moved away from nature and moved away from being close to having spirits and being a less animistic kind of society, we don't revere the elderberry as much, but it still is a wonderful caring, especially this time of year, plant spirit. And it's one that you can definitely work with and definitely connect to as this mother spirit or this crone energy in the winter. So it's beautiful. And again, now that we've kind of at this turning point, that I think that we're at a turning point where we have seen how ignoring nature is not good. Is ignoring nature is just not a good thing to do. And we are suffering the consequences of not revering these spirits and not respecting the land and not respecting our environment. And so, one of the things that has really started to grow in popularity is herbalism and relying on the herbs and relying on the plants that grow around us. And because they give us gifts, they have things that we need, that we can use, and they give us healing, they give us life in oxygen, and we have not been very good about giving back. And so this is one way I have a spell at the end that you can honor the crone spirit with elderberry. So this is one way that you can start giving back, and start respecting and learning about these plants and their histories and their spirits and the ways that they were revered in ancient times and how they are very special to us now. The berries have people see how much that they are helpful, and that the berries, a lot of people at this time of year use or make elderberry syrup And it's just, cooking down the elderberries into a almost like a tonic that you can mix with things that you can take by yourself. But it's a great immune support system. It's great for your immunity. It's great. It's a great antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, antiviral. So I know this time of year when it's really dry outside, I just, my sinuses just really are bothered. So I drink a lot of elderberry tea. Just did the tea because it's warm and it's got the steam coming from it, and then the elderberries, which just kind of soothe the membranes and soothe your sinuses and soothe that kind of drying if you're in a place that that gets cold and dry. Then it's a good thing to use, and especially this time of year because we're around other people, and it's a time that people are getting colds and flus and things like that. Using elderberry and taking some elderberry, making some elderberry syrup or teas, and just drinking some just really boosts your immune system, and it really gives you that kind of like jump start of I can feel better. So if you feel like that you're coming down with something, elderberry is good for that. If you just want to have a cup of tea every day, or have some elderberry syrup mixed in with tea or a drink, or however you feel like that you want to use it, find a way to incorporate elderberry into your life. And if it's not something that you really feel good about taking, maybe you don't like the taste of it, you can definitely work with the spirit of elderberry and bring that in, and just that the meditation and meditating and stopping and pausing and revering the plant spirit is good for your body. It's good for your mental health. It's good for, and your mental health then affects your physical health. So it's really good for all of these things. And so this is a plant that I've known about. I've tried to pick this year ones that with herbs and plants and spices that I really haven't worked a lot with, but elderberry is definitely one that I have worked with a lot, and that one that I do rely on throughout the year for different things, and especially this time of year for better, so for immune support. And it's great to honor this time of year because it is something that is giving to you when other things have been taken away. That most of the plants have died. Most of the things that we need to kind of live on, around in our spirit are not have already gone to seed, and we've harvested them. But elderberry is something that you can harvest and then use all winter long. So we're going to do we're going to honor the crone spirit that's in with elderberry, because I think that it's something that gives to us, and I want to feel like that I give something back to it, and I honor it. And especially the crone energy that kind of comes up this time of year when things are dark and quiet, and going into the winter when things have aged, and you want to take some time and take some time to honor that, and honor that things have grown and have disappeared, and getting ready for a new growing season in the spring, which will come eventually. So for this spell, this is going to be honoring the crone with elderberry. So you want to gather just a few dried elderberries. And so I just have a few here. You can see, if you can see them, the elderberries there. And so I'm going to take these dried elderberries. I'm going to just put them just here on my desk. And then I have a quartz, just a clear quartz crystal that I'm going to take, and I'm going to put it right beside these elderberries and kind of put them around my crystal so that I have the crystal and the elderberries together. And as I'm doing this spell, it's going to infuse the energy of the elderberries into this quartz crystal. And so I can keep the crystal out on my desk during the winter, and then I can take the elderberries and make some tea with them, or put them on my altar, which is probably what I'll do with these. Just take these, put them on my altar as an offering to the Crone spirit and to the Kaliak and to the spirit of winter. So I have my crystal, I have my elderberries beside it, and then I'm going to say, Crone, Mother Spirit, Dark Goddess, attend me now in this season and time. I honor your presence and goodness. Your wisdom I seek for me and mine. So may it be. So now I have my older infused crystal, that this one I'm going to put on my desk where I am here so that I can have it for this winter season and keep it there with my elderberries. And then I'm going to take the elderberry, the actual ones that I use, and just put them on my altar. And these are going to go on my moon altar. So I have an altar that I have set up for the moon, for each moon. So I switch it out every moon season. I will put when it's the full moon, I will put the full moon and some crystals and herbs for the full moon and the sign that it's in, and with that correspondence is in. With the new moon, I do the same thing. I have a new moon card, oracle card, and a whatever zodiac sign it's in, that card with it. And I also put some corresponding herbs and crystals on it. So this one I'm going to put on my moon one to get ready for the new moon that's coming at the end of the week. So I will be live on Friday again to do a special new moon reading. So I'll put a post for it there. You can join me for that reading. And it is also the end of the year. So if you're interested in getting your 2026 off to a really good start, then I have a reading, we can work with and do a tarot for transformation reading for you. And you can do that all of January. We can work together that whole month together and get you started in a good way in the new year and ready for a fresh start. So thank you for joining me and Elderberry and the Elderberry spirit, the Crone spirit and of Elderberry. And I will see you again in the next video. Bye.